Probably should have checked that before we started. Welcome to North County High School's Winter Concert. Thank you for the one person that clapped. Was it? I think So I think the clap was actually for this young man's socks. He's really got a good sock game going on today. I'm a little jealous, to be honest. It's not quite as fun. So good job. My name is Mr. Summers. I am one of the assistant principals here at North County High School. I want to welcome parents, families, students, everybody that's here to celebrate with these fine young men and women this evening. We have a special guest with us as well. One of our regional superintendents, Ms. Kate Gilbert, is here with us as well tonight. So I want to thank everybody. A big round of applause for everybody that's here. It goes without saying that the arts have a very powerful place in the lives of our students and in the lives of each of us in society. I spent the better part of my life in the arts. First career was a professional musician myself until I decided to get into the wonderful world of education. I spent, like many of these youth, hours and hours and hours. And the lessons that they learn, the perseverance, the hard work, and the artistry that they learn are lessons that you may not learn anywhere else than in the practice room and working with an ensemble. So I want to congratulate everybody, and I'm very much looking forward to this evening. Just a couple of housekeeping things. One of the best parts of being an artist is being able to share this experience with an audience. You play a very active part in tonight. So if you need to leave, the door's right behind you. We want you to stay though. We want you to stay for the whole thing. We're gonna take a short, sweet hour and a half in and out. We are gonna listen to some great music. If you do need to leave, the bathrooms are out there in the lobby. And if you haven't done so yet, go ahead and take a moment to turn that cell phone to vibrate. Your cell phone sounds great, but these guys are better. So I think that is it, and and you can never clap too much, so feel free to clap for these guys at all times. And without further ado, Miss Bang and the orchestra.
Thank you. We opened our program this evening with an arrangement from Dr. Sandra Dachau that is titled Sleigh Ride, written by Mozart. Interesting story about this song that we just played. When we learn a piece of music in orchestra class, we talk a little bit about the history and where it came from and who wrote it. And when Mozart wrote this piece, it was in the winter, and he did a lot of work for the higher class, wrote a lot of church music. He was a church musician. And he really didn't become famous and lots of money until after he was dead. So we discovered in studying this piece of music that in order for him to put food on the table, he had to write pieces like this for the dignitaries in the upper class for when they had parties, they had something to dance to. So it's titled Sleigh Ride because it was written in, I think it was January. Was it January? Say yes. Yes, so we'll go with that. So we compared that to some modern day musicians and how they go about earning a living being a musician. And it was pretty funny because we said maybe some modern day musicians, you know, they throw down some beats on their computer, wiki, 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 wall, kind of thing like that. I know, go ahead, say it. And there's their paycheck. So we kind of nicknamed Mozart, gave him a little nickname. What was it? What was it? Come on, what was it? Wham! DJ Wham, that's it. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, yes. So we have a good time talking about our composers, and I'm sure they will never forget that, you know, he wrote all kinds of music, but really what earned the bread and butter on for his family was writing pieces like this for parties. So our next piece of music, The Moon of Winter, is a traditional carol that was written in the 1600s. So still early on, so enjoy, thank you. Thank you. The next piece that we are going to play is by a modern-day composer. His name is Mark Lortz, and he grew up in Carroll County. He grew up in Baltimore County. Taught in Carroll County for many years, and now he is the director of the band program at Stevenson University. So we are very fortunate to have a relationship with Stevenson University and Mr. Lortz, with our students being able to go anytime and visit the program that he has started a few years ago. And we've become good friends with him. And his percussion professor that he has come down and worked with our students a few times, and they will be coming back again. And it's nice to have a piece of music that he has written, and his name is really getting out there. So it's nice to have a composer that we know become famous like Mozart. So the next piece is Storm Chasers. Before we play our last piece by the string orchestra, I wanted to take a moment and share with all of you, and speaking of composers, we had the opportunity last week to have world-renowned Sunhee Newbold, who is one of the leading orchestra composers of the modern day, come right here to this podium and work with our students. That was, I have to say, in my years of teaching, and I'm sure with these students on the stage, one of the most exciting moments, or hour I should say, that we had with this composer, because we are such fans of her music. And she was here to work with our all-county middle school group this past weekend, and 2 high schools were selected in our county for her to go out and visit, and we were one of them. So I've been sharing with her, so yes. So I've been sharing with our students, and I need your help on this, in spreading the word that North County High School is full of amazing musicians and amazing talent. And our journey is just beginning. We are being recognized for the hard work that we are doing, and we will continue to be recognized as long as we keep working hard. This is just the beginning. So, with that in mind, yes. Okay. And I'm sure you are all aware that our students were also invited to play at the Alice Tully Concert Hall at the Lincoln Center in New York City. So, whoa. Yes. So we will be doing a separate concert, a preview concert of that event later on in February with the symphony orchestra that will be playing at that event. And again, I am so incredibly proud of these students, both band and orchestra, for all the hard work that they continue to put into the program. So without further ado, we will conclude our string orchestra program with a medley of Carol of the Bells and Greensleeves.